Many guys think that a woman wants a man with boatloads of money, Brad Pitt looks, and a huge but that's not the whole story. You just need to understand the psychology of attraction and what women instinctively look for in a man. My name is Matt Artisan from The Attractive Man, and here's 15 psychological tricks to get a girl to like you.
I'm Matt. He has mastered the art of seduction.
Many boot camps encourage men to be assertive.
A woman wants to be turned on. We've done all the testing, we know what works. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to this channel. If you're not already subscribed, then go ahead, do it now. Over the past 8 years, I've personally coached guys live in over 40 different countries. And my students get results because what I teach is simple and based on science and psychology. And keep in mind that each of these can be an entire video on its own. Number 1 is emotional contagion. Numerous studies have shown that your emotions can trigger the same emotions in another person. In other words, she can feel what you feel. If you are feeling excited about something, she'll feel excited too. This is a powerful principle that can also be used against you, and this is where most guys screw up the attraction. A guy will go up to a girl, and if he's feeling awkward and nervous, then she'll feel it too, and women hate that awkward, nervous feeling. Now on the flip side, you can also use this to get women turned on and aroused. If you're feeling turned on, then by definition, she'll feel turned on as well. So don't hide your feelings for her. If you're feeling turned on by her, then allow it to show through your body language, facial expressions, and voice tonality. You can also show your attraction to her through your behavior. Flirt with her, touch her, get close to her, etc. Number 2 is social proof. Social proof is when the people around you influence your attitude or behavior. It's the idea that if other people like something, then it must be good. When a woman first spots you in a social context, she doesn't know if you're worthy to talk to or not. So she'll look at how other people are responding to you to determine how she should respond. Are there a group of people enjoying your presence? If so, then she'll assume you're an enjoyable guy. But if you're sitting alone or people are responding negatively to you, then she'll assume the opposite. So be the social butterfly. Even if you're alone, mingle and have fun conversations with people. Women will notice. You can also apply this online, on Facebook, Instagram, or dating sites. Make sure to have pictures of you with other people. She'll assume that if other people like you, then you must be a cool guy. Number 3 is pre-selection. Pre-selection, similar to social proof, states that if a woman sees you with other women, then she'll naturally become more attracted to you because she'll assume that you must have qualities that other women desire. The Journal of Experimental Social Psychology found that women were more attracted to men who were already in a relationship than those who were single. That being said, you don't need to be in a relationship to use pre-selection. An easy way to apply this is just go to bars with your female friends. You'll become a lot more noticeable and get better reactions from women if you're with other women versus being alone or with your guy friends. But what if you don't have any female friends? Then go to the bar early and start chatting up groups of girls and just befriend them. When more women arrive, they'll see that you're hanging out with other women and become more interested. Another way to do this is to casually mention other women in your life throughout the conversation. Just don't overdo it or you might come off as a player. Number 4 is exclusivity. The Journal of Applied Psychology found that humans place higher value on objects that are scarce and lower value on objects that are abundant. Based on the same principle, if you're willing to sleep with any woman, then your value will drop. And if you're always available at her beck and notice, then your value drops. So don't always be available at any moment. Have other things going on in your life. And make sure to have standards beyond her looks. An easy way to convey this is to ask a qualification question, such as, besides your cute looks, tell me one interesting thing about you. Or, I'm really into fitness. Do you like to work out? This shows her that you have standards and that you won't date her based on her looks alone. Number 5 is oxytocin, aka the love hormone. Oxytocin is a hormone that causes people to become attached and grow close personal bonds. Research shows that after women give birth, they have high amounts of oxytocin, which makes them feel love and affection for their newborn. Without this survival mechanism, mothers would be more inclined to leave their kids. The same hormone is applied to the bonding and affection of couples. One way to release oxytocin is through physical touch. So become the hugging type. Give her a giant bear hug and twirl her around in a circle. Or just become a guy that's comfortable touching women. Notice things that she's wearing and use that as a way to touch. Number 6 is the extended gaze. Social psychologist Zick Rubin discovered that two people in conversation normally make eye contact only 30% to 60% of the time. Couples who are in love, however, look at each other 75% of the time or more. When you're looking directly at your partner, you show that you're totally focused on what she is saying and that you feel relaxed and open with this person. How much we look into someone's eyes not only helps establish intimacy and is another way to release oxytocin, but it also reveals how much intimacy might already be present. So when you're in a conversation with a woman you like, maintain strong eye contact with her, about 75% of the time or more. Number 7 is the status trigger. The Journal of Psychology of Sexuality found that women prefer men with status and resources. This is based on evolutionary psychology, where a high status man can provide a better future for her and her offspring. One of the biggest indicators of status is leadership. The leader of a group of primates tends to have the highest status. So be the one in your group that takes charge, makes decisions, and leads your group. Create the plan for the night. Decide where to go and what to do. Number 8 is the instant status signal. When you dress high status, women will assume you're a high status man and be more attracted to you. And nothing screams high status more than a well-tailored suit. A suit can suggest monetary success, security, and women often say that a man in a nice suit is the equivalent to a woman wearing lingerie. So suit up.
Suit up! Suit up! Suit up!
But even if that's not your style, class up your attire. Wear quality clothes and make sure they are well tailored. Because women will notice, and that's one way they determine your status. Real quick, remember, if you want to know exactly what to say to turn things sexual, make sure to check out my free escalation cheat sheet that lists some of my best ways to spark sexual tension, turn a girl on, and escalate to the bedroom. It's filled with advanced escalation techniques that turn a friendly vibe into a more sexual, I want to rip your clothes off vibe. You can download that now by clicking the link down in the description. Number 9 is the personality hack. A study in 2014 found that having a positive personality actually increased the attractiveness of your face. I mean, think about it. Are you more attracted to women with fun, bubbly personalities or women with depressing personalities? So simply have fun and project a more positive vibe with the people around you. Women will notice and find you more physically attractive. Number 10 is the proud face. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Researchers examined the relative sexual attractiveness of individuals showing emotional expressions of happiness, pride, and shame compared with a neutral face. The study found that too much smiling can actually be perceived as feminine or shy. This is most likely because too much smiling releases tension and can make you seem nervous. So smile, but don't overdo it with a prolonged ear-to-ear grin. It just looks fake anyway. The study also found that women find a guy with a proud face most attractive. So the next time you're about to approach a woman you like, recall something you are proud of and start the conversation while gleaming with pride. Number 11 is sexual tension. In physics, tension is defined as a force created by pulling in opposite directions. When it comes to creating sexual tension with a woman, you need to apply two forces to her emotions at the same time. She needs to feel your attraction towards her, and she needs to see you as a challenge. This creates tension and curiosity because she's never quite sure if you're 100% into her or not. So show your interest, then put up small, fun challenges in order for her to want more of your interest and attention. An example would be looking at her lips and saying, "I didn't hear a word you were saying. All I could think about was kissing you." But that would be so bad. Or, "All right, let's go back to my place, but you have to promise me you'll behave. Okay? No funny business." Whenever you make a move to take things to the next level physically, whether it's holding hands, going for a kiss, or taking things to the bedroom, pause and back things up a step or two before moving forward again. This is also known as 2 steps forward, 1 step back, and can save you from moving too fast too soon. Number 12 is open body language. According to a study by Evolution and Human Behavior, men with closed off body language come off as less attractive, less active, and less persuasive. So always display open body language. Have a wide stance. Stand tall and confident and take up space. Number 13 is the consistency bias. The cognitive bias of remembering one's past attitude and behavior as resembling present attitude and behavior. You can use this to your advantage by getting her to agree to having a specific positive quality. For example, you seem really fun. She's then more likely to act more fun and friendly around you. You could also say, "You seem really adventurous. Are you the adventurous type?"
Yeah.
Or, I like that you're really comfortable with your sexuality. If she agrees, then she's more likely to keep displaying those characteristics. So if she sees herself as being adventurous and comfortable with her sexuality, then she'll likely stay consistent with those attributes as you start to escalate things further. Number 14, preparation to engage. Sexual psychophysiologist and neuroscientist Dr. Nicole Praz studied the human brain when you feel those butterflies we like to call sexual tension, and describes sexual tension as our pleasurable interpretation of the general body arousal and preparation to engage. In other words, your body is feeling the heat and using the sexual tension as motivation to get it on. When the brain thinks that the possibility of sex may occur, dopamine floods the system and gets us excited. So get her thinking about sex. You can do it directly by asking a question like, I'm curious, where's the craziest place that you've ever had sex? Or indirectly by talking about a story that involves sex. I actually like to take my dates to a sex shop. As we're just casually walking by, I say, hey, come on, let's go in here. Talking about sex can get her thinking about the possibility of having sex with you in the near future. So make it a point to bring up the subject on the date. Trust me, most girls love talking about it. Number 15 is the negation principle. Negation works twofold. First, it's a fundamental principle that humans want what they can't have. Second, it allows us to implant an idea into her brain and get her to think about it, because the subconscious brain cannot process negative commands. It's like the classic example of saying, don't think of a pink elephant, don't think of a pink elephant, whatever you do, don't think of a pink elephant. Your brain cannot help to think of it even though it was instructed not to. So when you say, you can come over for a little while, but we can't have sex tonight, okay? No sex. Not only are you creating a psychological barrier which instinctively creates more desire, but the subconscious brain can only process we can have sex tonight. Now, some of these were cool tactics to take your skills to the next level, and others were complete personality hacks to improve your social life and self-esteem. Attracting women should simply be a byproduct of improving yourself daily, feeling grounded and confident, and just having an overall great personality. And remember, I created a free escalation cheat sheet that lists some of the best ways to create sexual tension, turn a girl on, and escalate things to the bedroom. It's filled with advanced escalation techniques that will turn a platonic, friendly vibe into a more sexual, I wanna rip your clothes off vibe. This is very useful when you're talking to girls and it's going nowhere. Click the image in the bottom right of the screen right now to download your free escalation cheat sheet. There's also a link down in the description. Get it, because you'll want to keep it handy before you go out. And if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And if you want us to work with you in field, make sure to check out our bootcamp schedule. My name is Matt Artisan from The Attractive Man, and I'll see you in the next video.